How's it going, guys? Well, it's pretty much looking like the writing is officially going to be on the wall, and Aaron Rodgers will no longer be a Green Bay Packers, especially after the comments made by Mark Murphy in two different interviews. Now, we have a couple of clips in where it's pretty much showing, hey, Mark Murphy has moved on along with the Packers, and that they're ready to continue with this trade, and has pretty much confirmed that it's happening. So here we go in clip one.
But I really can't get into the details, and just we're really hopeful that we can reach a resolution that works not only for Aaron but for us.
Is there a scenario where Aaron is still the starting quarterback of the Packers next season?
Yeah. I mean, if things don't work out the way we would want them, yeah. He's obviously a great player and, four-time MVP. But, I think it's, trying to find, what he wants and what we want. And hopefully we can find a win-win.
And as you can see from this, he has confirmed that, yes, they have allowed Aaron Rodgers to talk to the New York Jets, and that they pretty much are willing to move on from him. So unless things don't go according to plan, which I'm pretty sure all of it's going to go according to plan, because I feel like with them talking at this point and kind of being open about it, they have most of the groundwork figured out already. And then in our second clip, he was interviewed by Adrian Torres, and this is what he had to say in this.
It's kind of that happens in our game. Very few players play for only one team. Obviously Brett had a great career, Aaron had a great career here, and regardless of what happens, Aaron will be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, he'll be in our Hall of Fame, and we'll bring him back, he'll retire his number.
This right here is pretty much the nail in the coffin, declaring that Aaron Rodgers is not going to come back unless somehow this trade falls through, or Aaron Rodgers' deepest desire is to come back with the Packers and they somehow find a middle ground and resolution, which I highly doubt is going to happen, because now it's pretty much looking like retire or trade to the Jets. There's no future with the Packers unless he's already retired. And at this point, it's finally nice to come to a conclusion, or as close to of a conclusion as we've had been all offseason. We technically still don't know what Aaron Rodgers wants, if he wants to retire or come back and play. But if he decides to come back or retire, we know it's not going to be with the Packers. And we know we're going to move on with Jordan Love. And it's just something that I'm now going to have to come to terms with. But I'm hopeful for Jordan Love in the future. Because if you look at the history, if it's really going to repeat itself and we're going to be this super hopeful about it, we're going to win a Super Bowl in 3 years. That means, because Rodgers came and took the starting role in 2008 and we won in 2010. So in 3 years, we'll be Super Bowl champs. I can't wait for that. But of course, we haven't heard from Aaron Rodgers' side. This news has to break very soon. The free agency starts in March 15th, and Mark Murphy has also declared that he hopes that this is pretty much all finalized before the start of free agency, and I don't blame them. I feel like every person involved, not including Rodgers, but maybe including Rodgers, wants this to be officially done by the 15th or by the 13th, because that's the legal tampering period when it can start, when teams can actually talk to future free agents and not actually get charged with stuff. So Packer fans, let's get ready. It's probably going to be a slightly bumpy ride, but it looks like we're getting close to the finality of this whole Aaron Rodgers saga. And really, he technically didn't drag this on, because after dealing with 3+ years of Brett Favre doing this, I'm fine with the 3 months instead of 3 years of back and forth. So here we are, coming to a conclusion. Mark Murphy is pretty much as true as the writing can be. It's on the wall. Aaron Rodgers is not going to be with the Packers in the future. He will come back if he gets traded and retire his number and go into the Pro Packer Hall of Fame, which is not a shock. He's done great things for us, with us, tons of memories, especially for me, as he was my favorite quarterback. So this sucks a lot, but it's sports. It's probably best for us to move on. Our window has closed, even though I did truly want to run it back, but it is probably best for the Packers and the organization to move on and hopefully have something in Jordan Love. Jordan Love's already been practicing his mechanics and footwork during the offseason, so he's got the work ethic, which makes me a bit more okay with this because I know I have a quarterback that's putting a ton of time in and preparing like he's going to be a starting quarterback and not just hand delivered to him. So that is really nice to see. So I'm very hopeful for that. Hopeful for our young core at the receiving crew. Hopefully our defense, maybe not because we still have Joe Barry. We have Rich Bisaccia back. So we have a lot of good things still with this team. And I'm pretty hopeful that we could not go in a full rebuild and kind of retool this team and become a thing. Who knows? Jordan Love can severely shock us next year, and we can go on a playoff run for all we know. It's a new season. We don't know what we have with Jordan Love. But the future is still bright with Jordan Love. But let me know what you think down in the comments. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, go Pack Go.